hearing some damn long johns. Let's see if I can get this. I usually just end up cutting the damn bag. I don't have much tools in my little shed out here like I used to. Now that I got a garage. What up, Pika?
Pika, Pika!
Ooh, that didn't go as planned. Hungry or what? Anybody want a rooster before I shoot it or eat it? I got those 25 or 22 or 23 gallon drums, a couple of them. I forget what they are. They're not 25, I don't think. The little mini 55 gallon drums. I think they're 22. Anyways, they work great. Somehow I either punched a hole. I start thinking to myself that something tried to get in there because there was chicken feed in there. It's hard to say, but I think I probably punched a hole in it. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's punched from the outside. Well, for sure, punched from the outside. What up? Who's out there? These bitches are so freaking stuck up. Come here, one of you. They don't even want to eat their chicken feed. They'd rather be hungry, I guess. They get dog food. They get dog food here and there. They really like that shit. One of these roosters gotta go, though. I guess I keep the biggest one. The other one, I put out there on the little group to anybody needed a rooster, an Easter egger, and people are stupid. You know, it's supposed to be local, your county. You got people responding from like a county or two over, like far as hell. Oh, I'm in such and such, and it's like, dude, why are you in this county? This little group county deal, you know, and you don't even live in said county, you know. So I put some feelers out there for somebody to get them because they're being too rough with my with my hands. having two of them. So one's got to go. I wonder if I take the bigger one or the smaller one. Bigger one, maybe better genetics. They're like brothers, but one's bigger. Same age and everything. One's taller and has a big old waddle. So we'll see. My favorite chicken's all beat up though, so if violence continues, you gotta, it's a circle of life. You gotta set stuff back to normal, to normal operating procedures. I'm gonna throw my jacket. It's just a tad nips out here, tad little nips. Yeah, I buy my dog food from the feed store, so I don't buy the shit that's in the store. So the shit I use is the shit they're feeding their dogs on the farm, I guess. And it's straight protein, and I go, it's actually really high protein, so that's why the chickens actually prefer that. It's a bigger, a pellet, a chick pellet or a chicken pellet is not really that big, and the kibble that I feed the dogs is like a smaller one. I think it's high energy, high protein, all that good stuff. The chickens like that more than they like the damn chicken feed they have, so we'll see. I forget what the math on how many roosters to hens you're supposed to have, but I definitely have too many. I got another batch coming, but I definitely have too many roosters per chicken or hens. So, but I started this little chat because I'm gonna go off on the Republicans. So don't nobody try to hold me back. They are the Republicans are some weak ass bitches. I'm not talking about, I would be talking about, I'll tell you who I'm talking about. I'll be specific that way. The politicians, first of all of them. Most of the people that are thinking about being a Republican politician, the Zionist evangelical types, and I think that's who I'm covering. But as far as like the regular average person that's registered Republican, that's not who I'm talking about. These fools don't have the appetite to carry out the mission that was promised to us during the election. They don't have the guts. They don't have the stomach. They don't have the intestinal fortitude. They don't have the backbone. They don't have the spine. I know, same thing. Just make sure I cover all the possibilities here, all the sayings. They don't have any of that. They don't have anything. If it's for Israel, they do cartwheels and they put their little cheerleader skirts on. When it's going up against Democrats, it's like lay down and back out. It's clear crimes. The whole country can see that the Democrats are committing crimes, whether it's voter fraud, whether it's daycare fraud, whether it's a train to nowhere fraud. You name it. Any aspect, if you give the Democrats your money, they're going to fucking squander it. The Republicans pretty much they're no different. If they say if the Republicans are running on something, saying they're going to do something, they're not going to do it. So voting is out of the fucking question, first of all. And, most Republicans and all the people that are still, addicted to hopium are, telling you to make sure you take your dose every day. And if you don't vote, then, that's what the Democrats are counting on. And it's like, Dude, this whole country's been toast for a long time, and all the technology, medication, and TV um, just makes like pacified people. Probably the chemtrails, probably the poison in your food. Like, why isn't it weird? Like, most of the world is pacified, right? So why don't they have all these poisons in the food, water? I don't know if they're chemtrailing over there. Maybe they are, but you go to, like Europe for instance, they're not putting all the poisons and dyes and all that crazy shit in their food. They're not poisoning their people through the food because they're already like pacifists over there, so it's not necessary. But for us, and a lot of these are American companies too that are creating whatever said product with poison in it. So it's like an American company poisoning Americans. And then the politicians, they go and they lobby for more poison and more vaccines and more registration, legislation, just causation. These motherfuckers are up there putting on a nice little show every day. What up, America's Against Bush? Putting on a nice little show every day, theater. You could see somebody like Jasmine Crockett, who there's plenty of video of out there of her talking all proper and being all fucking, proper black. And now she just, didn't you know that the damn thing was down, bam, bing, bang, bong, boom, boom. And it's just like, dude, it's embarrassing, you know? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, period. What up, Liberty for All? It's just crazy. So I just the Republicans, the Republican Party is weak and feckless, and they just doesn't that make you a liar if you don't do what you said, even though it's just because you're weak, right? I mean, maybe that's what everybody didn't count on. The Republicans are weak, so they won't follow through with what they said they were going to do. So is that technically a lie? They could say they tried, right? We tried our best. Tom Homan on there, Trump on there saying pulling those people out isn't it. We're not backing down or drawing down or whatever, whatever he said. It's like, dude, that's exactly what you're doing. I mean, why was this allowed to happen for so long anyways? Why wasn't this right in the very beginning? If you had smart people, you have smart military minds, smart intelligence agency minds. You have these smart minds, right? These people, they go to the best colleges in the world, right? They get these best educations. They're in these secret societies. They're touching tips with each other, doing all types of gayness, but they're smart, right? Mad smart. So smart. But they can't figure out, well, like, right from the beginning, we go in there, we start pulling people out that shouldn't be here. I mean, everybody knows it's not like 80s or 90s or 2000s or something where all these people are living under a rock. You have to have a cell phone now, right? I mean, is anybody going to disagree with me on that? You have to have a cell phone now. And yeah, you could technically go through somebody else, but 9 times out of 10, probably those illegals are going to have maybe somebody that they go through that's in the inner circle that's already illegal too. Maybe they'll have somebody do legal and have a bunch of, but social media, all that kind of stuff that everybody in the world participates in the free world now, especially if they have a cell phone. So it's not even like, it's not even like people are hiding under rocks. People are posting selfies with their EBTs that they stole from the American taxpayers. Maybe some people are a little low key, but not really. They're buying homes, they're buying cars. There's all this whole paper trail. And if it was any one of me or you that did whatever said crime, they'd find us in a heartbeat, I mean, I had people during the one event back in the 2014s. I didn't give nobody my number, but they sure had called my number just like they just had it. Boom. You know. I mean, what is the intelligence agencies and all these fools doing anyways? I mean, we know what they're doing. They're spying on Americans. So like what, they just see an illegal and they go, "Oh, let's skip over it. Let's not document it. Let's not put it in the hard drive. Let's not gather any of that information. Oh, that's an illegal. Let's put the Google blackout box over them." It's just a joke. The Republicans are a joke, and I'm so fucking sick of it. And I'm running into somebody kind of locally who's running for office, like the next county over, or the county touching my county. And I was just talking to him. I said, "Man, I always wanted to run for office, some type of office, but I'm too radical. I'm like, you know." And anyways, the conversation didn't go all that great. He ended up, I mean, I told him with the immigration stuff, take them all. I don't care about the crying babies. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about the propaganda. I don't care about the people. I don't care that Juan got taken and his wife and daughters at home with nothing to do, no way to work. They can go with him back to Mexico or wherever the fuck he's from. And the people that would attack me for having that, I really need to say first that I told him, like, and he's like, "Well, so you already know." When you start saying well and but, yeah, but, you're in the presence of another weak ass, boomer ass Republican, a weak ass, boomer ass Republican. And I'm fucking sick of it. I've had enough with boomers. Boomers, no more being in charge. It's time to hang it up, retire. There's no more running for office, none of that shit. You need to fucking go sip Mai Tais in Florida. And you could tell me the same thing when I become, fucking elderly hazard, because I mean, you have like the populace of America caught between the young, radical retards and the old boomer retards. And it's like this space we're filling up and we're crunched in the middle. Honestly believe that. But you shouldn't be running for office. You need fucking new people, younger people with better ideas, because what you guys are doing is not working. Damn, now I got off of where I wanted to go for a second. But maybe. Oh, and before you say I'm like some big type of asshole because I want them gone, I don't care about the sad stories. I don't care about that. If you're impeding law enforcement like that, and I'm the last guy, everybody knows I'm the last guy that'd be like, but dude, it's constitutionally mandated, right? Obligation, their duty, their job. And it's not even like anything principled that the left would pick to go against the government on. It'd be something this unprincipled. And this is besides the fact anyways. I don't care anymore. Nobody was standing in the streets blocking law enforcement and all this other crazy shit when Black Americans and Hispanic Americans and even some white Americans, probably a bunch of white Americans too, were being dragged out of their house, when CIA brought all the cocaine into this country and dumped all the drugs into this country and got America hooked and got, made a reason or made a way so they had a side hustle of making money for the dirty shit that they do, right? Nobody was impeding law enforcement in this country for Black fathers and mothers, Hispanic mothers and fathers, white mothers and fathers getting taken away in the drug war that was created by the United States government, something that the United States government had no business doing or trying to do stuff, mass incarcerate people because of it. That was totally fucked up. They had no constitutional standing. It's all total bullshit. And there was nobody. And people say, well, yeah, there wasn't social media. I know liberals. I know you idiots. And I know a lot of people on the right. Nobody's principled. Nobody gives a fuck. You'd take a position not to, It'd be like, Let's stand up for injustice that's actually injustice and there's nobody raises their hand. Let's stand up for little pet project communist and statist ideas and bullshit and, people line up around the block. Nobody, I feel bad. I think about it now. Think about it. Think about how many, and especially I would point this towards black folks. Like, you should not want to take part in any blocking of immigration enforcement at all, because black folks are hurt the most, whether it's jobs, right? Whether it's murders in their communities, whether it's drugs in their communities, whether it's so on and so forth. And how many videos have we seen growing up? People being hauled off, DEA, FBI, local police, state police raiding the homes of Americans and dragging them out, taking them away from their kids, either awarding the kid to the other parent or awarding the kid to the state. Like the CIA and all these three letter agencies single-handedly destroyed the black community, the whole black everything. And black folks don't even point their aggression at the fact that it's the government. Just like, who put the fucking Native Americans on reservations? It wasn't Whitey, it was the US federal government. All these atrocities all through time by the government. And yet here we are arguing over the stupidest shit, and nobody was impeding law enforcement and stopping Americans from being dragged off, hauled off because of like the drug war. But these people, they'll pick illegals, people who broke the law coming here in the very first place. Okay, so criminal right off the bat. Oh, we thought we were only going to go after criminals. They're all criminals. Broke the law coming here first, right? Then to work and to do all this other shit, you frauded somebody. You frauded somebody probably out of their fucking, their spot as a job. You frauded somebody, probably took their social security number. You frauded by probably taking benefits, definitely taking benefits from Americans. I mean, you frauded and frauded and frauded and frauded. You're a fraud and a criminal. And white liberals and these other idiots will go out there and protest for these people who are destroying the country, who have raped and pillaged and taken everything from this country and given this country nothing. That's not principle. That's some loser ass shit. No, Steve, I'm not mad at you. But you're also not trying to run for office. That's what I meant. Is this guy is trying to run for office, and talking to him, he already had bad ideas from the very get-go. So that was kind of, if you walked in on that, there's context to that. But no. I mean, I imagine when I'm that age that I'm chilling somewhere. I want to be somewhere chilling before that, not running for office. And that's a whole big problem. I mean, look at Mitch McConnell having to be wheeled in and out of there, secretly running the Senate still, right? Pelosi. I mean, dude, there's a whole bunch of them. I think it's Nadler, all of them. Geriatric bullshit, a bunch of thieves robbing and stealing from us. But fuck Republicans, because they're liars. Yeah, Democrats are liars, but we expect that. We know that. But the Republicans, what do? Suck you in every time, telling you they're going to do this, that, and the other to fix America. And they always stick that knife in and they twist it. What up, Don't Tread? What up, Steve? What up, Liberty? Americans Against Bush, Alamo, Rainbow, Pika. And so it's just, it's more of the same. So I hate to say it, and I said it the other day, is that, I don't know, man. Anything's got to be better than this, right? Anything has to be better than this. People would argue it's still pretty good. I mean, dude, I don't think so. I'm having to fucking bust my ass to try to have that American dream, like way harder than I need to, and I'm still barely just Still just barely keeping my head above water like most people. You know, it's like you buy a house through everything that's so ridiculous, all of it, the whole process, how much it is, how inflated it is. You get in there and you don't have no money because you've got everything. You've got all your chips on the table in on that. And shit just keeps going up. You fear the day that something breaks around the house where, you know, it's something that you can't take care of. It's it's wild because I what made me want to start the chat is I went to the store, I grabbed 3 fucking items from the store, and it's like $14, 14 and some change, and I'm like, dude, I get the items. I'm not even gonna say